Good evening, guys. It's the end of after the close, coming into the haze session. I'm going to do an update. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I've got so much going on right now, but I just want to kind of highlight intermediate term. I mean, we touched on this morning. Oh, well, you know what? Before I change this, so you guys are going to like this. I've been quantifying the math on these cycles and then trying to make a visual. I'm actually putting together more of an institutional spreadsheet on this, but I'm going to give it to you guys in the cyclage room also. So what I was highlighting today, I talked about it in the Symphony chat, is so what I'm going to start doing on a separate, what they call it is a drawing set, is just signaling the longs and the short signals around pi on different time frames, the near term, intermediate term, and long term. Long term is crazy. Like, I was going back and looking at the NASDAQ. If you go to the monthly chart of the NASDAQ, the last time you hit pi, features aren't going to show it, but it was actually 2008. If you would have just bought one NASDAQ contract 2008, and I mean, it was worth a fortune. But that was the last time the monthly chart hit pi. So we're going to do this in a fractal manner in different time sets. So I started doing it today, and I'm trying to organize it where I can't have everything, all the signals on one set, because it's just a mess. But anyway, I thought today was really interesting on the near term. And you got to remember that 80% of the market is quants, algos, all computer driven. So there's a ton of people in Wall Street and in finance, but a lot of the major execution and transacting flow is so computer driven. So there's math involved. There's a lot of similar metrics that different models are using. But sometimes, like today, you could just see it was just like risk on, slow grind. The machines turned on, and it was just, I've never seen so many pi lines hit on a 5 minute and 1 minute. And so the way to read this, and I'll probably be able to explain it a little better as I just kind of start to mark this stuff on the charts a little bit more, is these aren't it's not buy sell. So much of the amateur space and even the professional market and the pros is about like, where's the buy signal? Where's the sell signal? Where's the stop? Where's the target? All I'm trying to do is visually highlight the signal to buy. To get out, I mean, there's no buy here at pi on the 15 minute. And then magically you go to pi on like the hourly, and that's your perfect sell signal. Or if you buy at pi on the 15 minute, I mean, you're in the northern hemisphere. So the way I'm doing these signals is about relative to the trend. So pi line's rising, it's in the northern hemisphere. You pull back towards it, it's a great edge to buy. I'm trying to just visualize and not miss the edges. As far as like getting out, there's other criteria that we can use to do that, whether it's a higher time frame, it's the trend, it's the bands, it's X amount of points. But I don't know how to black box this so that it's like you buy pi and then you get out at the next pi signal, because really the next pi signal is another entry, because it's cycle to it, cycle away to it, cycle to it, cycle away to it, cycle to it, cycle away to it, away. So it has this rhythm, right? It has this bounce going on. So what I'm trying to highlight is when we're hitting that signal, that edge, and it's a good timing metric, it's a good location metric. And so I did it today. I started doing it. I went back across the 4 hours, kind of as back as I could. But then you come into like the 5 minute. So here were the 5 minute longs. Boom, boom, boom. Today was just beautiful on the 5 minute. These were more 15 minute longs. I guess that was yesterday. And then the 1 minute stuff we were pretty deep on the 1 minute, but you had some sales here, and then you had another one here, and the market really didn't do much of that. It actually ended up going higher. But the way you can play, again, so this isn't you buy here and then you sell here, or you sell here and then you, I mean, if you were to short here, you could have covered, right? If you shorted it in front, you buy it, it goes below it. Do you have to stop? Not necessarily. It's a 1 minute chart. Maybe you only have one contract on. Why would you stop here when you could have bought the low on 2 or 3 more contracts down here on a 5 minute dip? So it's not like a buy and then, oh, it failed, get short, get out, and you're flip flopping all the time on the 1 minute. It's just an edge. So if you were long here, you broke pie, you came back, you under tested the underside of it. That's a better sell signal there. And then you got your 5 minute long down here. So depending on how you played it, there was nice 10 points. And you got a secondary buy, that was the low. I mean, this is just marking the edges. Boom, low, low. You come back here. If you bought the 5 minute low on pie, boom, you sell it into pie. Or, this is the 5 minute low on pie, boom, you sell into the 1 minute. That's a good trade. You closed pretty strong through the equity close and you come back. And there's another opportunity. Maybe you need to add to some long exposure. Boom, there's a good spot. So what I'm trying to do is just signal the edges from a long and short perspective. It's not like this is a long, this is a sell, this is a long, where's the stop? That's, it's not in, out, in, out, in, out. It's just marking the edges with the time, with the location. But I think this will be really helpful not to miss certain spots, because this is probably the best edge I've ever found in markets, and I give it away for free. So I'm going to start to quantify it, and then probably one day it's not going to be free. So anyway, guys, hope that helps. I think big picture, let me just change this up. See how easy this is for me to switch over to a blank. We're still trapped. Big picture, NASDAQ daily. Take these signals off. NASDAQ, we talked about today. Yesterday, we were right in the middle of the move from the lows on the daily cycle to the high, to the top of the wedge, to the top of the regression. However you want to quantify the range trade that the daily, weekly US equity chart is in. It's in a consolidation sideways range trade. It's a wide one, but it's ebbing and flowing with the cycles. Well, we were right in the middle yesterday. You had your 4-hour bounce exactly with pie. Boom. If you added some swing trade long exposure, you got paid today. If you covered shorts down there, good covers. If you bought some Amazon down there or sold puts like I did yesterday, you got paid today on that. So the risk management stuff, how you guys play the edges, that comes with the coaching, that comes with experience, it comes with learning our process, comes with figuring out how you want to organize your trading day, your week, how you want to organize your portfolio. If you want to have a day trade account, swing trade account, if you have futures account, if you have, day trade account with Top Step or a swing trade account, different ways to organize your business. And that's what you need to think of it as a business. This isn't just, I have one account and I fire off at the hip every different direction, chasing everything on TV, or I've got all these different services. You're going to be a mess. Your trading is going to be all over the place. Your plans pretty much non-existent. You need to have a framework. So that's the stuff I realize we got to work with some of you on. I try to focus on the edges and the cycles, but I'm always kind of playing with how I want to organize my accounts and business and my trades also. So anyway, that's where we're at. We're right in the middle. I said this was a big zone. We closed right at it. So when we come into London tomorrow, I expect it to be choppy. We could trade up through here and then maybe make another lower high and put like an inverse right shoulder up around 12,100. your 4-hour cycle high, that would make sense. You push into like past 12,000, and then you make another high with the 4-hour, and you chop back the pie. I think that's the environment we're in. Is just going to be a sloppy, choppy, wet, frickin' Kleenex environment, right? Listen, guys, if you want to day trade, if you want to trade futures, don't go get a $2,000 account and blow it and try to trade one lot on the NASDAQ. Take your money, invest in yourself, save your money. You guys can still get the course. The amazing deal I had going out that expired at noon. And from here, I just wanted to share with you guys what we did today. So this was that Amazon selling puts. That was great. It was like $8,000 a day. And I did it on 10 grand in buying power. It's amazing. Some of you guys are like, oh, should I go trade the NASDAQ and buy like 7 shares? Like, no, you need to learn options on the big ticket stocks. I can control 100 shares for 10 grand. That's amazing. You can do all kinds of stuff with the options in the options market. Anyway, good day trading, about 9 grand. So what you want to do, if you want to take advantage of the sale I have going through Saturday, it's jenkinscm.com. Congrats to those of you that signed up by noon today. You got it for $1,000, but it's still a good deal. This is going to be good through noon tomorrow. It's still only $1,500. I mean, when you're having $9,000 days, and people get the trade with somebody that can do that and can give them a whole entire model, a process, all institutionally forged for $1,400. I guarantee if you try to trade one contract by yourself the hard way, it's going to cost you probably 10 times that when you get run over in futures, forex, options market. So that's still a good deal. It's there. I updated the price. You guys got plenty of time till noon tomorrow, and it goes up another $500. So just trying to get the team together before the holidays start so we can be all on the same page and clicking and kicking ass come January. But you get the entire model. You guys can read through this, the options course, both the options edge, prop team program. I need to change that. I don't have the dual screens available. So X that out. But anyway, all right, guys, hope that helps. Have a great evening. We'll see you bright and early.